Hey guys, English Dan, back with another video. Sorry it took a couple of weeks. I've had family in from the UK, so I spent some time with them instead of being ignorant, sat in my room making videos. Anyway, to the video in hand. So, if I said to you, I have a pair of True Wireless Earbuds that cost $239, and I also have a pair that cost $99, I bet you would automatically think the pair at $239 are going to blow the ears out of the $99 pair. Well, so what am I talking about? What True Wireless Earbuds am I going on about, waffling on about? I'm talking about the mighty Sony WF-1000XM3 True Wireless Earbuds. But then I'm also talking about the $99 Soundcore Liberty Air 2. Like I say, you would automatically assume that the $239 Sonys are going to wipe the floor with the Soundcore. Well, I'm here to tell you, they don't. They really don't. So let me give you a quick rundown of the specs when it comes to these earphones. I'll start with the Soundcore. So they rely heavily on the front of the box that they've got the best call quality in the world when it comes to cell phone calls, and it's clear, it's precise. I don't know whether it's the best because I've not listened to every one of them, but it gets the job done. It's good enough. Alright, I'm not going to say it's like wow, it's good enough. It's a $99 headphone, so whatever, you know, it's good enough. Also, when it comes to that, they do have 4 microphones as well that help keep the sound out and keep your voice in. So I mean, it is one good thing, and it does cut out some of the background noise. You know, the person on the other end of the phone doesn't hear a lot that's going on behind. If I'm walking down the road, things like that. So yeah, pretty good. They also advertise the Hear ID. Now, you've probably seen with Nora, they have this kind of thing as well, and even headphones, they do the same thing. And what they do, they play a series of beeps or tones in your ears, and you press a button when you can hear it, and it matches up the earbuds to what you can hear, meant to give you the truest sound. Does it work? Well, it certainly sounds different. Did I like what I supposedly hear best? Not really. I stick with the Soundcore signature equalizer. I quite like that one. By the by, it's there, it has it, obviously it has an app. The last ones didn't have an app. These ones do. They make these headphones better than the last ones. These have fast charge, so you can charge for 10 minutes with these and you get 2 hours worth of listening. That's great. And the other good thing about these is they're also wireless charging. So wireless charging in a $99 True Wireless Earbuds, I mean, that's just crazy. But yep, this does it. They're also USB-C for wireless charging. No, they're USB-C for wired charging. But yeah, they charge really quick. You get a lot of time out of just a very small charge amount. So another big bonus for them. They offer a 7-hour playtime, which is right up there with your high-end True Wireless Earbuds. They do seem to last forever. I mean, with the case, I've not had anything go dead on me yet or tell me warning, low battery or whatever. You know, they really do last that long. Since I've had them, and you can see I did a review video a bit further back, a couple of weeks back, 3 weeks ago. I still haven't charged them since then with the cable or wirelessly charged them. These things last, they're great. And these are IPX5 sweatproof rated. So they're great for if you're working out, things like that. So yeah, and obviously the price is $99. Let's talk about the Sonys. So the Sonys at $239. Oh, and just before I jump on the Sonys, the case that comes with the Soundcore also gives you 28 hours, well, 21 hours of extra charge. So you get 28 hours in total on these earbuds. Great. Up there with every true wireless manufacturer there is. So anyway, let's get on to the Sonys. So the Sonys, the big thing about the Sonys is they come with active noise cancellation. Not many earbuds do. These do, and Sony are really top notch when it comes to active noise cancellation. Now, You're not going to get the same kind of cancellation as you get from the WF-1000XM3s that go over your ear for obvious reasons, but it really does work in this. They offer you really good noise cancellation. It does cut out a hell of a lot. Again, they like to brag that they're truly wireless. Well, obviously Einstein, they're wireless earbuds, so we all know that. Up to 24 hours of battery life for all day lasting battery. Well, yeah, that includes the case, so they fall a little bit short there on the Soundcore. To charge these headphones, it takes about an hour and a half to make them fully charged. So not hateful, but not, you know, not the best either. They do charge via USB-C. The battery life on these things, if you have the noise cancelling off, you'll get up to 8 hours, and I was getting pretty close to 8 hours with them. With the noise cancelling on, that drops down to about 5. They advertise 6. I was getting 5, just over 5, sometimes just under. Both headphones, I didn't mention this with the Soundcore, both headphones have Bluetooth version 5.0, by the way. So they have the latest one, and you get really good range on both of them. There's really no problem there. The Sonys play SBC, AAC, and you get aptX on the Soundcore. So just so we can get that. Obviously automatic noise cancelling. The case for the Sonys takes 3.5 hours to charge. I think that sounds a bit long, but you know, who am I? Obviously it charges via USB-C. I don't seem to remember it having any form of wireless charging. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. It didn't have wireless charging, whereas the others do. But anyway, so there you have it. That's the specs on them both. You can see that the Sonys have obviously the active noise cancelling, and they also have the adapt sound as well, where you can hold onto it and you can hear all around you, which is a great thing. Yeah, more headphones should have that. Even if they don't have active noise cancellation, I'd love them for that ambient sound mode where you just press and hold and you can hear everything. Fantastic option. I prefer that over active noise cancelling, because if you have a good fitting tip on a wireless earbud in your ear, it's going to block out a lot of the background sound anyway. So for me, active noise cancelling is a little overkill, but we'll get back to that. So what do I think of these? Well, let's start with the Sony. The Sony are really clean. They look a bit funky, and they always have. The last 1000 XMs did that they had a couple of years ago. They looked a little weird. The sound signatures are a lot different from what they used to be. I find them to be a lot more neutral. They're a flatter sound, and don't get me wrong, with the app and an equalizer you can get some lows out of it, but they're not going to blow your head off. So if you're looking for like some extreme bass, these probably won't be for you. They're bassy, don't get me wrong, you'll probably still enjoy them, but when you compare them to other things on the market like the Soundcore, it lacks in depth. But what it does have is a really great mids, really great highs. It's a very detailed sound. You can't really go wrong with sound. You can't fault it if you're, you know, listening to rock, country, things like that. Something with a lot of instruments and a lot of vocals. It sounds good, really good. The noise cancelling feature to me is a little overrated. I don't know anyone who's going to use the noise cancelling feature. Obviously you're going to get some people come on and say, yeah, I'd use it every day if I had it. But would you really? I mean, if you're going on like a flight or something like that, wouldn't you be better with the over ears? I know they're a lot more expensive, but if you're somebody who flies a lot or does a lot of travelling through the day, public transport, the over ears are going to block out much more sound than these. So the noise cancelling for me, it's great that it's in there, and the technology is fantastic, and it's awesome that Sony have done this. I just feel it's a little overkill on a true wireless earbud. Like I say, you get the seal in your ear, just makes a lot of that ambient noise disappear. Ambient noise though, when you press and hold, is fantastic on these. The box on these things as well is really big, like unnecessarily large for me, and while it looks quite nice, it's just very big. It's not comfortable to carry it around, you know, when you put it in your pocket or anything. It's just a big case. I don't know. There's no reason for it to do that. The colour scheme on it is fantastic, but it's really big. Back to how it looks. They're built well and everything, but they do look... They don't look like earbuds as such. They do, but they'll also look like a Bluetooth headset that somebody would wear if they were making calls. They protrude from the ears. They stick forward. Sony have never done a really elegant design when it comes to true wireless earbuds. It's just the way it is. They've stuck with that. These do look better than the last ones, the pill-shaped, whatever they were, kidney bean-shaped things that came before, but they still do look a little bit odd. Are they worth $239 compared to the $99 ones? Well, let's talk about the Soundcore. So with the Soundcore, these look like your more traditional true wireless headphones or earbuds. They have a really, really deep low end on them. They also have an app that you can control all this with, as I mentioned before, with your Hear ID, and you get various presets on the app to choose different equalizers, and every one of them does sound very different, and you can find one that's perfect for you. But they really come to life when you use that app in conjunction with, on Android, with the aptX, and you use the built-in equalizer on Android. Whew, you can make these things really rock your socks off. They're really, really booming. If you like your heavy bass music, whew, these will really satisfy your soul when it comes to that. They don't have any active noise cancelling. It's passive noise cancelling, like I said, with the tip. But like I said, the tip, you get the right fitting tip, you're not going to hear all that noise in the background. Especially when music's playing, you're just not going to hear it, especially with the lows that these have got. When it comes to the lows, the mids are not perfect, but they're still really good and you can hear them. The highs are really detailed. This is the only downside when it comes to the sound, that the mids can sometimes, in some really bass heavy music, get a little bit lost. You still hear them, but they're a little more distant than what you would get out of the Sony. But then again, the Sony is a much flatter sound compared to the Soundcore. The Soundcore also has something that the Sony doesn't, and I didn't mention this just a minute ago with the Sony, but the Sony doesn't have any water resistant rating. What? They're wireless earbuds, people use them for working out. Well, Sony don't offer that. These are IPX5, so sweat and rain resistant, let's say. You'll be fine in these. Big bonus. I don't know why anyone nowadays would really buy a set of wireless earbuds that don't have like some kind of resistance to the wet. I mean, why would you? You're wearing them because they're convenient. You wear them out and about because they're just easy to wear instead of wearing these big clodhoppers on top of your head. Sony missed the trick there. Soundcore was straight on it. The case it comes in really nice and small, compact, easy to travel with. The earbuds just slide in there, simple. Like I say, they've got wireless charging. Your AirPods and things like that, and the new ones, they also have it, but they're also a lot more. Most of these earbuds that come with this feature tend to be a couple of $100 or close to or over. These last longer than the Sony if you include the charging case. The battery life on these, you get more out of them. They're just a more comfortable fit as well. I find that when you're putting these in your ears, they don't look kind of stupid. Whereas to me, I'd go out with my Sonys in and people look at me and they don't look at me as if to say, oh, he's wearing the new Sonys. They look at me as if to say, what the hell has he got in his ears? I go out with the Soundcore and people look and they're like, oh, they're cool, are they AirPods? And then I educate them that no, they're not AirPods. I find these to be far more better than the second generation AirPods, and they're only 99 bucks. Soundcore, I have sold you about 6 pair of these in the last 2 weeks. And you still ignore my emails. Naughty, naughty. Anyway, so putting these two together and going over what you get for the package. One's $239, one's $99. Is the Sony worth $239 over the $99 Soundcore? I'm gonna have to say no. Like big time, no. No. Unless you really, excuse me, itchy nose. Unless you really have to have active noise cancelling in a set of wireless earbuds, I honestly don't see any reason why you would choose the Sonys unless you were going for name snobbery, or I've spent this much on my headphones or earbuds. Sound wise, you can get a really good flat sound out of the Soundcore, but you can also go the other way and get some like head rocking bass out of these things. So if you listen to varied music, you can change it for every track you're listening to. The Sony is always going to give you that flatter sound, more detailed sound, a little more detailed than the Soundcore, but not $139 more detail. There's just no way, not at all. Also, there's no water resistance whatsoever in the Sony, and that for me is a massive just fail on Sony's behalf. Why would you do that? Most people wear wireless earbuds when they're working out or when they're walking around, or it's just a wrong. You fail. Alright, you can get $50 earbuds nowadays with some kind of water resistance, but not the Sonys. The app is a little clunky. The Sony apps always have been, even on the speakers. I love the Bluetooth speakers, as you know. If you've been watching my channel, I've reviewed the last couple of generations of the Bluetooth speakers. And the app is a little bit clunky, whereas the app I find on the Soundcore is really clean and simple and very easy to use. It does what it says on the tin. It doesn't try to get into anything that it really doesn't need to. The app on the Sony is a little convoluted, especially if it's your first time using it and they've got the noise cancelling features in there. You could be a little bit like, ooh, what's going on here? So yeah, my choice, and if you're looking at headphones this year, or I keep calling them headphones, but if you're looking at some true wireless earbuds and you want my opinion on what you should go for, if you're looking at spending this high-end money, don't do it. Go out and buy yourself the Soundcore. I bought these myself. I absolutely love them. For the money, you're getting so much more than what you're actually paying for. Sound, battery, wireless charging, water resistance, app enabled, aptX, AAC. They just sound great no matter what you're listening to them on. But if you've got an Android, they go another level up with aptX. It's just the way it is. They've got really good call quality. The Sonys don't really have great call quality. So that, for me, well, I didn't find it anyway. If call quality is another big thing for you, which it is for a lot of people who wear these things, they kind of suck, the Sonys. These are better than the Sonys when it comes to calls. And you can use these in mono mode. A lot of people were wondering about that. I made a video on how to use these on mono mode. So yeah, my personal opinion this year, you're going to buy true wireless earbuds, go with the Soundcore Liberty Air 2. They also do another version called the Soundcore Liberty 2 Pro, which I'm also going to be reviewing. And let me tell you, if you're looking for an earbud that is going to blow your skull to pieces with bass, well, you're going to want to watch that video. Anyway guys, I hope it helped you out if you are looking at making a choice. If you've got the Sonys, let me know what you think. Am I being a bit too harsh on them? If you've got the Soundcore, let me know. Am I overpraising them, or am I underselling them still? If you've got both, which probably not many of you do, let me know if you share the same feelings as me. Let me know down there. I try to answer as many people as I can. You can also catch me on Twitter at EnglishDan2, so use the number 2. How long I'll be on there I don't know, because they like to ban me for some reason because I'm supposedly impersonating myself. Catch me on Instagram at ModernDad, and Facebook, facebook.com/ModernDad. Links are somewhere on this video, wherever. Anyway guys, hope you're having a great holiday. Hope you enjoyed Turkey Day, and if you're not in the US, well, let's just hope you had a wonderful weekend. Alright guys, speak to you soon. Peace.